Here's the thing, if you want to get more views, you need to make better videos. So in this video, I talk with Rob Dial, viral video creator with over 1 billion video views, and he breaks down his 10 best tips for how you can make your videos better coming up. What's up guys, Sean Cannell here with Think Media, bringing you the best tips and tools for building your influence with online video. And I'm pumped to be sitting with Rob Dial, viral video creator with over 1 billion video views. So he definitely has some authority when it comes to leveling up our videos. How's it going, Rob?
I'm doing great, man. How about you?
I'm doing really well, and I'm pumped to jump into these tips. So let's just start with number one, and that is lighting.
Lighting. Yeah, man, I think that the one thing we were talking about, you don't have to have a whole crazy lighting setup, but you have to think about where the lighting's coming from. I see a lot of people that try to create videos, but they're in a dark room. They decided to do it at night. They're not using the easiest thing to do is to literally just take your camera, set it up, have the light back here, and then just make sure that the window is coming through and hitting you in the face. If you just do that, you will 10x all of the quality of any video that you make.
Yeah, lighting makes any camera look better. The best camera in the world with bad light will look worse than an iPhone with good lights.
For sure.
So you gotta have that good lighting. Number two is a tripod.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that make videos and the whole time it's doing this, and I don't know about you, but it makes me feel like I wanna throw up when there's just shaking the entire time. You can go onto Amazon right now, you can put something $5-10 and just put it up. You know, have your tripod right here, have your phone right here, have the window right there, and you're gonna get higher quality footage than most people are making right now on the internet.
Get rid of that shaky footage, get that tripod. Number three is planning.
Yeah, I think that the one thing, whether it is that you want to take it and completely script it out, which we'll talk about, or just put bullet points, the one thing that I find is if there's planning, then you will get a much more, your words will be shorter, you'll get things down to a point, and you won't be dragging on, because I find that people have such a short attention spans that if you're not planning it and you're not trying to get it as short as possible, you're gonna lose people sometimes. You're gonna say, and people are gonna think in their heads, I don't know if this person's really qualified to be talking about what they're talking about.
Yeah, man, prior planning prevents poor performance. In fact, we planned out this video on the list right here so that we could actually go through it in an organized fashion.
Yeah.
So planning is a powerful tool to level up your videos. Number four is having a teleprompter or possibly a script.
Yeah, so what we just talked about in the last one is having something down on a piece of paper. And what we did was we literally just put a brain dump down, and then we said, how can we make this and take them through the journey? So these are the most important things, from like, these are the most important to these are the little bit more advanced ones. And if you have something that's super important, if you look at any newscast, you're not gonna watch a newscast where they're not reading directly from a teleprompter. So for me, I have it's like $150. It's a teleprompter. It's literally this big. It latches onto my, my camera itself. It's called a Parrot teleprompter. And I'll put everything in there and then just push play, and I'll read it directly from it, because I want to make sure that, for me, there's sometimes I go off the cuff and I'm at least following the script, but there's sometimes where if I have editors, which we'll talk about editing as well, if I send them 3 different clips, 3 different takes, but it's the exact same words, which is why the script is really good, then they can take that and they can put it together much easier. It costs me less money because it doesn't take them 5 hours to edit, it takes them 2 hours to edit, because it's the exact same words across 3 different takes.
Yeah, and you have a lot of viral videos, I mean over 1 billion views, and so scripting your videos and using a teleprompter has been powerful for you.
For sure.
Here at Think Media, we mostly outline, and so I never go into a video if I'm not sure what the points are, what the organization is, even what the question of the day is. So whether you're scripting your videos completely or just doing an outline, you absolutely want to plan ahead when it comes to your content.
Absolutely.
And hey, think, if you're getting value, can you smash the like button as we dive into number 5, which is focus on the content, not the camera.
Yeah, so I think a lot of people, what they're really worried about is they say, oh, I'll start when I get better lighting. I'll start when I get a better camera. I just don't have $1,000 to invest. And I tell everybody, you know, we were both talking, we both started on a webcam.
Yep.
$150. That's cheaper than both of our iPhones right now, and the quality's way worse.
Yeah.
So if you have a phone in your pocket, no matter what it is, the camera's better than what both of us started at, with 1 million subscribers on YouTube and over 1 million subscribers on Facebook. So if you have a phone, you have something that you can start with. Don't worry about the quality of the actual camera. It'll be good if you're using an iPhone. Worry about the content that you're delivering to the people who are watching your stuff.
Tip number 6 for making better videos is set and setting.
Yeah, there's so many people, if imagine if we would have left coffee mugs or anything out here, it would have been distracting. We don't want to distract you from the message that we're giving you. So there's so many people that sit in a place and they don't think about what's behind them. They don't think about the fact that they have their laundry behind them that they forgot about, because it's blind to them because they're going through their day. Think about what's around you, but then also think about what you're hearing. A lot of times you don't notice the air conditioning because you're so used to it in your house, but then you play it back and you realize there's that hum. And if you could just record, keep your AC on for the entire time, but that 10 minutes that you're recording, turn it off. You're not gonna, overheat in those 10 minutes. So what I would say is just make sure that you're aware of what's behind you, what people can see inside of the set, inside of the frame, but then also what they're hearing as well.
And tip number 7 is editing.
Yeah, so here's the thing. The cool thing about editing is, for me, I have a team of editors that I work with. But when I first started, it was me on iMovie. That was it. And I would just chop out the parts where I would say or the parts where I'd be looking down in my notes, or the parts where I'd mess up and I'd have to go back. If you have basic editing on your computer, if you have a Mac, you can use iMovie. If you have Windows, you could find something for free on that as well. You don't have to spend a ton of money. You don't have to have a team of people. I started without having any editors. I have people that edit for me now. But you can literally just take time, use free software, and just chop it up. It's super simple. It'll take 30 minutes, an hour to learn the basics of a really basic one, and you can make a quality video that way.
Absolutely, and if you actually want to check out, we have a series on how to make videos concept to completion, including how to edit. So we'll link that up on the YouTube card.
Nice.
And Rob, sometimes I think people rush when it comes to putting out content, and they don't take the time ahead of time to spend time in editing to make it stronger. But when you invest in editing, it sometimes gets you 100,000 views, hundreds of thousands of views, and even millions of views. Yeah. So it's worth taking more time in editing, right?
For sure.
Because it's going to impact more people later.
Yeah, and people they have such short attention spans that I can shoot a video one take, reading from it, but I'll literally clip out 1 second parts where it's a little bit of a breath, because people just want stuff so fast nowadays, and they don't realize it, but it's being chopped throughout the entire thing. And that 3-minute video might take me 45 minutes to edit, but I know that if I just take that 45 minutes to edit versus just putting it up the way that it is, it's going to connect with people, because it's going to keep that brain stimulated throughout the entire video.
Tip number 8 is music.
Yeah, so I love sound design. We all love hearing what's going on and actually having something behind it. For me, if you're doing just a normal talking headshot, like just speaking directly to camera, it's sometimes a little bit better if you just have a low music that's over. You can get a lot of different music formats. You can go to Pond 5. There's also YouTube music, right?
YouTube Music Library is free.
Yeah, you can go on YouTube and literally type royalty-free music, and there's tons of people that will give you really good, I'm talking really good producers, will give you free music that you can use as long as you credit them inside of the comments. So go out there. If you want to put a little bit of an intro, put something that's interesting. Put an intro, put a little bit of music behind it. It's going to make it feel a little bit more professional to everybody.
Totally, and we'll actually post some links in the description of some of our favorite resources for music on YouTube and any kind of content that you're creating. And music's powerful because it creates emotion, and sometimes people don't even really notice that it's there, but it holds their attention longer, which minutes matter most on YouTube. So if you want to make better videos, think about the sound design, the sound effects, as well as the music. And tip number 9 is B-roll.
Yeah, so with B-roll, and it could be B-roll that you make on your own. For me, we do both. We can go on videoblocks.com and we can get B-roll. The idea behind B-roll is I feel like it's a story, and you want to have, there's people that put B-roll just to put B-roll, and they're doing it wrong. What I would say is, if you're talking about something, how can you make your video better, or the story better, or get your point across more by having this clip? And if the clip doesn't fit, then it's not necessary. So you could do that, or you could do B-roll of yourself. If we're sitting here talking about what type of drone we're using, well, then it would be cool to have a B-roll shot of one of us flying a drone. It just takes the story and makes it a little bit more interesting, but also holds the person's attention a little bit more as well.
If you're getting value out of this video, smash the like button. And we also want to pass the question off to you before we get to tip number 10. And that is, what are some of the elements that you find interesting in a video? When you're watching YouTube videos, what do you think makes them compelling? They keep your attention? Definitely tell us those in the comment section below. And I also want to encourage you to check out the video that I shot with Rob, all about the 5 elements of how to make a viral video. He's definitely an authority with over 1 billion video views. So if you want to check that out, it's over on Video Influencers. We'll link it up on the YouTube card and put it in the description below. But tip number 10 is metaphors, story, and stats. These are elements of making a video better. What do you mean by those?
So if you notice, we started really basic with the lighting, but then we wanted to say, all right, for once you go through this, what is something that's a little bit more advanced for people? Instead of just being a talking head, you have to realize there's the logical brain that you want to get to, but you also want to get to the emotional brain. So there's the story side, which makes somebody feel like they're going on a journey. And when they can hear a story, they can go, oh yeah, I feel that. I know, like for instance, I always tell my story of my childhood, growing up and having an alcoholic father, and that's who I am. But I have so many people that come up to me and they say, oh yeah, I connected with your story so much, but then their story is nothing like my story. So people want to feel like they connect with you in some sort of way. So if you have a way where you say, okay, this is what I'm talking about, can I say a story here and tell a story in this point instead of actually just talking directly to them? That's a good point that you could have. Metaphors is really good because it makes people visually see things in their mind's eye, which makes them connect as well. And then if you can do stats are for the logical brain that go, okay, I understand this story part, I understand the metaphors, but I really need scientific data, some type of data that really clicks my brain on. So if you can realize there's all different types of people out there and you can try to connect with each of them, then anyone who watches are going to be able to connect with what you put out.
Boom. Hey, Rob, if people want to connect with you on social media, where are you at?
I'm on all of them. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram. Facebook and Instagram, my tag is Rob Dial Jr., Rob Dial Jr., D-I-A-L. And then on YouTube, just type in Rob Dial, R-O-B-D-I-A-L, and you can see all of them. No matter what your favorite platform is, I'm probably on it.
Rob, thanks so much for coming on.
Yeah,
check out the video that we did with Rob over on Video Influencers, and we'll see you in the next one. Peace. When I freestyle, I'll make you smile. Out here with Rob Dial. Crocodile Dial.